For all my short and petite ladies who are under 5'4", this one is for you. Hi guys, welcome back to my fashion corner of the internet. So for today, we're going to talk about the spring summer trends of 2024, but I'm also going to share some tips with you on how to utilize these trends to create the illusion of height. Yes, for all my short and petite ladies who are under 5'4", this one is for you. And we have all the insider tips, guys. Anything from rocking your short shorts, your high-waisted trousers, your platform shoes, your sharp silhouettes. I want to make sure that you're rocking these trends like a pro. So let's kick it off with the first trend, short shorts. Now, I know what you're thinking, hear me out. Short shorts can be a little bit intimidating, and here's why. Because we have seen some looks come down the runway where they are micro. When I say micro, they're literally hoisted up to the waist and it's just leg, nothing but leg, ankle and feet. It's all one streamline, which is great because that does make your legs appear longer. Some looks that we've seen down the runway, we may not feel like they have wearability. However, some of them have really executed this trend, and the designer that I want to talk about in particular is clumsyme. Now, if you ask me if you've got it, flaunt it. If you want to wear the short shorts, rock them well, because this look, I think this look was executed to perfection. This is an all denim look, and I just love how the model was strutting down the runway in this. I had to share a picture with you guys. What he's done is he's embraced the denim and the monochromatic styling. So she's wearing a denim top. It looks quite loose and oversized, so she's balancing out her proportions, and she's wearing these really short high micro shorts as well. It looks like a denim texture, but what I love about this is that the barely there shoes, they don't take too much away from the look, and they make her legs look so long, like endless. Because if she had, let's say, a more bolder shoe with a harsher colored strap, it would cut off her ankles and make her legs appear shorter, and that's not what we want. So whoever has styled this runway look has really executed this trend. I want to show you some other pictures on the runway from clumsyme as well. This look for me is a bit more wearable. Now, what the model is wearing is a blouse. It looks like it's slightly oversized. It's tucked in at the waist, and these shorts are high-waisted, and they're like a crop embossed effect. And we've seen quite a few textures and different colors and shapes come down the runway at clumsyme as well. But this one particularly stood out to me because of its wearability. I would definitely wear something like this on a date night or, night out with friends, because to me, this is something that's a bit more relatable and attainable. So if you want something a little bit more edgy and super duper uber stylish, you could opt for this all purple metallic look. Now, the model can be seen wearing these short shorts in purple metallic, which I think is a fantastic color, but she's also paired it with a leather top as well. And what I love about this is a monochromatic look again with the purple shorts. If you want that full coverage, but you still want to embrace the short trend, definitely look into something like this and see if you can style a look that's quite similar, if this aligns with your personal aesthetic. And one of my takeaways from this runway show is how great the styling is. And again, it's about incorporating your personal style, but maximizing on your height and boosting your confidence. And you know who else has done it right? Isabel Marant. She's really showcased this trend amazingly. And what she's done is she's injected the fact that we can wear these shorts and make them wearable. A little bit more than clumsyme, I would say. I feel like this is more me, this collection, because what she's done is she showcased a variety of looks. Whether you're looking for an all leather edgy look, or if you want something that's quite comfy and cozy, you can opt for the short shorts trend, but you can pair them with a sweater, the pair of knitwear, just like she has on this runway. Each look is equally as stunning and stylish to me personally. Again, it's about what your personal style is and how you feel like you can incorporate this trend into your wardrobe. Gucci have also embodied short shorts when it comes to this trend. They have capitalized on it, and what they've done is, again, they've made it so accessible, and I love that. If I were to incorporate this trend, I think this is how I'd be executing it. I'd personally pair a pair of short shorts with a loose base layer and a tailored coat. Simple. Right now, it's supposed to be approaching spring, but the weather in London is raining cats and dogs. There's no way on earth that I can get away with a pair of short shorts without an overcoat. I just can't. It just doesn't make sense. So I would definitely lean into this trend if I was to approach it from my personal style point of view. As I said, short shorts can be really intimidating, but I'm really enamored with the way that Gucci have executed this trend and made it wearable for the everyday stylish girl. We need to mention Hermes. They've really emphasized on this trend. But what they've done is you can see that the model is wearing a pair of high-waisted shorts, which is amazing because these are a little bit more wearable because they're not micro. They're a little bit longer than the ones that we've seen previously, but also they're creating the illusion of longer legs because they sit comfortably and naturally along the waistline. And anything that sits comfortably along the waistline will draw the eye upward, accentuating the length of your legs, making them look longer. I would definitely be embracing this trend. I would say more towards summer. Right now, spring is not springing, guys. As I said, it's raining outside and it's a little bit too chilly. However, I don't think that should stop you because there's certain ways that you can style this trend to make it wearable for you and practical. For example, I would lean into a pair of short shorts with a thick pair of wool tights, a pair of knee-high boots, and a tailored wool coat if I wanted to make a statement but still be fashionable and be confident, not to mention sexy. I don't think I'd go all the way micro though in terms of height. I would definitely lean towards something a bit longer, preferably something that fits just above the knee. I think my micro days are over, but that's just me. If this is something that you would like to experiment with, whether it's micro, something that's slightly oversized but still flatters your frame and creates illusion of longer legs, then you should definitely lean into this trend. You won't regret it. I want to circle back and talk about footwear and how important it is when it comes to styling footwear with your shorts. Now, I would definitely recommend opting for something that's nude, flesh-colored tone, something that's perspex, because what that does is that further extends the line of your legs and it creates a seamless transition from shorts to shoes. It does work. Opt for something like this, something with a really subtle style rather than a strappy style, because as I said, it will cut off your ankles. So I would opt for a pair of short shorts in the summer and wear them with maybe a perspex wedge or maybe something that's a cork shoe, like a nude cork shoe, if I wanted to make a statement but appear, taller at the same time. And don't forget to play with your proportions, guys. When embracing the short trend, I would recommend wearing a base layer that's slightly oversized and flowy. I think it's chic, but it also creates balance, which is great, and it shows that you've paid attention and executed your personal style. And again, it creates the illusion that you have longer legs, because usually a top that's slightly oversized or quite loose would be tucked in, and we're defining that waistline, which is always a good thing. Now, I want us to turn our attention onto another trend which has been making waves this season for spring summer 24, and that is the utility trend. Now, and I've also seen some that I really want to lean into this season. For example, jumpsuits. They come in various styles. I've seen off-the-shoulder jumpsuits. I've seen obviously long-sleeve jumpsuits that are particularly belted at the waist, which again, accentuate your curves and they're very flattering. And a designer who I think is doing this right is Max Amara. Now, what they've done is they've showcased a jumpsuit which is cropped. I believe it's in a grey colour, and they've styled it really well, because whilst a relaxed jumpsuit might not be a typical go-to for a petite lady, you might think it might smother your frame, but I'm telling you, Max Amara have really nailed this because they've added some style tricks to make it work well so you can maximize your height. And they've debuted a crop style, which caught my eye, because I feel like crop styles, what they do is they are flattering to the body, but they also don't overwhelm your proportions. But I say all that to say, a well-fitted jumpsuit, whether it's cropped or full length, it can do wonders for your height because it creates a continuous line throughout your body, but also it does create the illusion that you have a long torso and long legs. And anytime a belt has been added to an outfit, it creates a lot of definition and it doesn't overwhelm your figure. And what I love about this trend, or I'm a lover of 80s fashion, 80s, 90s fashion, I think it's all the rage still. It represents that nostalgia to me because that's when I grew up. Well, I'm revealing my age. They actually grew up. I was born in the 80s, but I grew up in the 90s. Anyway, this trend represents a sense of nostalgia to me, and I'm all about defining that waistline. And belts are a key accessory to add to your jumpsuits when you're incorporating this trend into your wardrobe. And when you're pairing belts with these pieces, of course, they highlight the slimmest part of your body, which is what we want, your waist. And particularly if you're going for something that's boxy or oversized and the weather isn't as warm as yet, I definitely think that jumpsuits can be layered and worn with other pieces in your wardrobe. For example, for now, I would pair a jumpsuit with something that's a knitted base layer, and then I'd throw on an overcoat just to create that layering effect and add a bit more dimension to my look. But again, that's just for a casual vibe. Now, you can also utilize a jumpsuit and wear it with a tank top underneath. Or if you want to be a little bit more risque, you can opt for a lace bra for a night out. Now it's time to say goodbye to low waist pants and hello to high rise trousers. Now these babies work wonders for when it comes to balancing out your proportions and making those legs look endless. And there's various styles that we've seen come down the runway: fabric, styles, shapes and lengths. And we've seen an array of different styles from linens to something slightly heavier like suede and wool. And some of these trousers are so high up the waist, in fact, that some of them come up so high that they've got built-in corsets to hold them up. And that's how exaggerated this trend has been, which I'm living for, by the way. Then one of my favorite designers who has incorporated this trend into his collection for spring summer has been Jonathan Anderson at Loewe. Now, for this season's silhouette, he has maximized this trend. He's debuted high-rise trousers sitting really high at the waist, elongating the lowest part of the body, and not to mention it creates the illusion of longer legs. I know I've said it time and time again, and I've said it before, but if you want to look taller, really lean into this trend. He's showcased high-rise trousers in, I'd say, a more approachable way. He's also embraced the workwear trend, which is really popular this season. What Loewe have done so well is they've hoisted up the trousers. Literally, they sit underneath the bust on the models, and they've played around with different fabrics as well, which I like. It's very interesting. So they've incorporated different textures. Some images have high-waisted trousers that feature corduroy textures, some that have cotton, but also he's also incorporated the workwear trend, I would say, which is really popular. And again, he's leaned into that wearability. This is a trend that I would definitely embrace, and I could style like this. This is something that I could wear to work, the office. This is something that I could wear to after work drinks and pair with a pair of heels. And again, it's about creating a more proportionate silhouette, visually lengthening the torso. And that's what he's done so well. High-rise trousers are always going to draw the eye upward, and that's what we want when we want to lean into a trend like this if we're under 5'4". Also, pairing high-rise bottoms with a tucked-in top, not only does it showcase the waist, but it also accentuates the length of your legs, resulting in a streamlined and more sophisticated look. And Alaya have done this really well. They've delivered their take on this trend. What they've done is they've started with a simple cotton vest, which is tucked into a pair of leg lengthening black trousers. I'm going to show you the image here just so you guys can get an idea of what I mean. That's very smartly well done. This is again a trend that I would probably lean into. The whole look I would probably embrace around the summer months, as it would be a bit more warmer in London. But again, I love the way that they've styled it with the hat. It's very minimal, very sleek, but sophisticated. And Hermes, again, it's worth mentioning that they've showcased styles with a tailored fit. It's great for vertical detailing. And what I love is that they've showcased trousers with zips and seams. And they're also great to create the illusion of longer legs. And again, with Hermes, it's really important not to be afraid to experiment with different hemlines. So whether you prefer a pair of wider leg trousers that graze the floor, or something a bit more ankle length that shows off your favorite footwear, there's a high-rise pant for every occasion. Personally, this is one of my favorite trends. It's a trend for me that consistently lives in my wardrobe because I have shorter legs, but also I do find that they're really flattering. It's a flexible silhouette as well, so it does add that extra touch of sophistication to your look. They also work really well as transitional pieces. So from winter to spring into summer, they can be transformed various ways. I mean, if you're thinking about now, I'd probably wear a pair of high-waisted trousers with a loose knit underneath, my favorite sweater, and I grab a pair of ankle boots and I'm good to go. That's perfect for something that's comfy and cozy and for a casual vibe, but they're also perfect for evening wear, dinners, date nights out. The high-rise rule can really be splashed out across your whole entire wardrobe. When it comes to your trouser repertoire, whether you're wearing, I don't know, jeans, sweats, or tailoring, anything that is high-waisted that defines your waist, definitely invest in a great timeless pair of bottoms to elevate your look. For me personally, I like something with a wider fit that doesn't overwhelm your figure and drown it too much, but kind of hugs you in the right places and shows off your curves. And of course, I'm not going to wear a pair of high-waist trousers without a good belt to create a timeless look and elevate my outfit. Okay, so let's talk about shoes. Who doesn't love shoes? If you're not afraid of heights, we need to talk about platforms. Platforms are going to be your new best friend for this season. If you're a short lady like me, under 5'4", and you do want that extra height. And what I love about platforms is that they're the ultimate style statement for someone who isn't afraid to stand tall and command attention. I feel really confident when I'm wearing my platforms. And we've seen so many different styles coming down the runway in terms of fabrics, shapes, different heights. For example, we've seen platform loafers, we've seen platform Mary Jane open toe shoes. And this season, the designers are really saying go big or go home. These platforms, they can really double up as step stools, if you ask me. I've seen heights of 6-7 inches, and I mean, that's not wearable height for me. Like, these towering heels will have you falling over if you don't know how to walk in them. For me personally, I would like something around 4 to 5 inches, or I like chunky loafers, and Gucci have done this so well. But you know who else is doing it right? Roberto Cavalli. I'm ready to get my toes out this season. They've given us some great shoes. There's a wooden platform style that I've had my eye on, and they executed this trend really well because the way it's been styled, I think it was styled with a pair of shorts. So already we've always spoken about the short trend that make your legs look longer. Why not add a pair of platform shoes that really complement the look? The black toe strap, I believe it's kind of like a woven black flower motif paired with a dark mango wood chunky heel. It just gives me spring summer vibes. And I'm thinking about the 70s and the 60s because it's very retro. But I love this look, and this is something that I will probably lean into around the summertime. Now, I don't think I'd create a look exactly like this, but I would definitely incorporate a wedge heel to give me that extra height. And the benefits of wearing a chunky shoe, it provides stability and support without sacrificing style. You're still on trend, but you're not walking out your door falling over, which is great. Again, circling back to Gucci, I find that they've really nailed this trend. If you're looking for something a little bit more subtle, you can go for something with a full block color, like this burgundy pair that I've had my eye on, or you can go all the way bold and wear something that's featuring their classic monogram kind of take on their logo. The print on the chunky loafers, they look really cool. They're very trendy though, but what I do like is that they've used the beige canvas monogram, which will stand the test of time because that trend comes back around every season and it never goes out of style. And finally, I want to talk about Petite and how he's embraced this trend and he's debuted it on his runway, because there are styles with all dark shapes, making their legs appear longer, which is an A+ for petite ladies. Another game-changing style hack. What I like about this trend is that one thing is guaranteed: with platforms, you're going to have balance. And I am looking to invest in a pair of platform boots from this collection. I've had my eye on them for some time now, and I love the way that the looks have been executed on the runway. I think platform heels for spring can be quite timeless. And when you invest in timeless style, that's just it. You are investing in something that's timeless, that will never go out of style. So if you're looking for something a bit more casual for spring, definitely add these to your list. And as I've mentioned, for styling these pieces, it totally depends on your personal style and aesthetic. Now for date night, I would lean towards something from Amina Mawaldi. Like, she does platform heels really well. And for more of a wearable look, I'd try to lean into a metallic shade like bronze or chrome from her collection. I think it's a great way to make your platform heels the focal point of your outfit. But I would also recommend a clear pair that elevate your look, but they're also great for lengthening your legs as well. Last but certainly not least, we need to dive into the world of sharp silhouettes. Now, to me, they are the epitome of sophistication and style. Pointy toe shoes, they are a timeless classic. They never fail to elongate your legs, and they just add a touch of elegance and edginess to any ensemble. YSL, they've claimed the point silhouette for these heels. Now, these heels in particular are called the Lee, and I've had my eye on them for some time now. I adore these. I know they're not going to go in sale, so I'll probably have to purchase them full price, but I just love the subtlety, but the boldness of these heels. They're so gorgeous. They're in a patent slingback style with a gold buckle, and I've seen them worn so many times on social media, on Pinterest. Like, the girls have been wearing these heels, and I feel like leather slimbacks, they're not only timeless, but they're edgy, and these are the issue of the season. And speaking of edgy, Balenciaga, they have stuck to their formula and served up their classic knife heels, which we see repeated time and time again every season, and it never gets old. Of course, they come in an array of designs, styles, and textures, but here we can see that they're styled with black silhouettes, which create a classic androgynous look, and I love that for Balenciaga. It's kind of typical of them, and again, monochrome dressing, it really has its benefits if you have short legs. Now, this tip can be adapted using any color, and it happens to be a really incredible way to dress if you're a short woman, similar to the way dresses give your body a longer line. But what I like about this trend is when you're rocking your pointed toe shoes, opt for styles that have neutral tones or metallic finishes that blend seamlessly with your skin tone, creating a continuous line from waist to toe. And of course, pair them with tailored trousers, or you can opt for a mini skirt for a polished and sophisticated look that exudes confidence and of course sophistication. And don't forget to pay attention to the finer details, experiment with different textures and finishes just to add visual interest to your overall aesthetic. There you have it, guys, our guide to mastering height with the hottest trends of spring summer 2024. Now, disclaimer, I know we've talked about so many trends lately, but I do definitely want you to lean into the ones that align with you and your personal style. Maybe none of them will, and that's completely fine. This is just a little guide just to help all of the ladies that are under 5'4", petite like me with short legs, who want to create that illusion of a little bit more height on the days where they need that elevation. I mean, we don't always want to look tall every day. It's important to embrace what God gave us. I mean, it took me a long time to get here, but I do find that these tips and tricks do help along the way when it comes to personal style. Again, my favorite is rocking high-waisted trousers. They are a game changer for me. I'm definitely going to lean into platforms and definitely the sharp silhouettes as well when it comes to heels. But I want to know what you think. What do you think about these trends? Are you going to be wearing them this year? Are you going to be wearing them this season? And what I love about fashion so much is it's about expressing yourself. So don't be afraid to take risks and have fun with your look. Anyway, I say all that to say, thank you so much for joining me on today's video. Please subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.